everyone!
Hi
guys! So, we are here to finally talk about Minzy's departure from 21. So let's just get right on into it. The other day, there's kind of rumors going on like, oh, Minzy may be leaving, or oh, she may just be trying to figure out how much she's worth. YG will just usually deny rumors, but they came out and said they're going to have a press conference, so that's when it's like, okay, it's getting real. Released the official statement that YG held one-on-one conversations with each of the members talking about their contract that was going to be expiring on May 5th, and at the end of the day, Minzy decided that she wasn't going to re-sign and that she was just going to be done with it after that. But then the next day, YG came out and made a statement and was like, oh, well, Minzy didn't notify all the other members, and it was like a shock to everyone, and just kind of causing drama and tainting what we all thought was just a clean break.
Yeah.
In a way, even though you really truly never know. But just that comment just kind of made things weird.
Kind of trying to put it on her.
Yeah.
Kind of oh, well, she didn't tell the other members, so or they're all hurt by it.
Yeah, or just kind of trying to stir the pot. So then, following that, Minzy's dad, Papa Gong, wasn't here for it and came out and said, if you're going to act like this with a media play, then I'm going to hold a press conference for the truth. I tried to leave it as a beautiful separation. I was like, oh.
Basically saying, why'd you didn't need to say all that?
Yeah.
They didn't need to even say anything. You could have just left it at that.
Then her dad deleted that post and then posted, I would like for you to not do or false, wrongful, direct messages or translations. I have figured out that misunderstandings can arise from saying and pointing out that something is untrue in the moment. I hope that you will not misunderstand me.
So basically saying what Courtney said before, you don't have to say any extra. I don't have to say any extra that can be misconstrued or turned the wrong way or misunderstood to make it seem like someone's coming from a bad place.
Yeah. I feel like YG knew all the hate he was getting because people were going in this is your fault. Minzy sat here for 2 years and you never gave her a solo. You never did this. You never did that. And look what happened. You were saying, oh yeah, we're going to give you a 21 comeback. Oh yeah, they're going to come back soon. And now you're giving us a comeback, but Minzy's not going to be there anymore. Look what you did. I feel like YG was like, well, guess what? You want to say
it wasn't my fault. It was her fault.
She didn't tell nobody.
She didn't tell the other members. She didn't tell anyone.
I wasn't expecting Minzy to say anything yet because she's still in her contract. It's not up until May 5th. So whatever happens after May 5th, she may come out on May 5th literally at midnight and be like, this is my statement. This is what really happened. Or she may just never say anything and continue on somewhere else. You just never know.
So YG saying that 21's going to have a comeback in the summer, which I don't even know. Netizens have bad taste in their mouth towards Park Bum.
They think she's like a drug lord.
She's a drug lord.
I just still don't get it.
She's running drugs from America to Mexico to Cuba to Colombia. She's all deep in it.
There have been so many other scandals that I feel like a lot of netizens have forgiven and looked past, but with the bomb thing, they just...
It's I feel like a double standard comes into play when it comes to male and female with that too.
She had to stop promoting with the Crush album because of it. We didn't see her since then, and the last time we saw her was she popped up at the Mamas. For me, them continuing as 3, I've sat here and I've thought about every K-pop group that I know or every K-pop group that I've heard of. Biased, unbiased, doesn't matter. I truly feel like any group could lose a member and they would be okay, depending on the member, and it would be very sad, but I feel like at the end of the day, we could all pick up and move on. When it comes to 21, I feel like that's the only group where if they lose someone, it just doesn't work anymore. There are already 4 members, so if one goes, that's almost half the group. Especially when that person is Minzy. Now let me just break down Minzy real quick, because to me, she's never been an underrated member because she's always my 21 bias, and I've always been here for her, and I've always stood by for her, and I've always known her talents, and I just feel like she is the thing that holds this group together. In my opinion, I've always said this, she has the best voice. Yes, everyone can sing, but I feel like Minzy has the best voice. And when it comes to dancing, Dara and Bomb aren't the best dancers. Yeah, they've been doing their thing, but I feel like Minzy really just ties in the whole group together. With her being so good at those 2 things, singing and dancing, plus her young age, she just had so much to offer, and she was just so good, and I feel like people are gonna truly realize that Minzy being gone, what's gonna happen when that solid person isn't there anymore. Like, how is it gonna sound? What is it gonna look like?
You got CL, she's leader, singer, rapper. Star, she's got her soft, sweet voice. Visual, you know, she does all her CFs, her commercials, everything. She's got all that extra going on. You got Boom, she's got her voice. She's cast as, like, you know, one of the main singers. And then Minzy, dancer.
YG really never fully developed Minzy. Minzy, she never got her solo. When you like go and look back of like what's been going on during the 2 years when there like was no 21. Big Bang was doing all their solos, and then Big Bang had their like grand old comeback, and then they did Icon, and then they did Winner, and then they did Lee High, and then they did Act On Musician, which half of those people still we haven't seen in a while. We just saw Lee High again. Act On Musician is finally having their comeback after how long?
It's been so long.
Yeah.
And they did so well. Like, they were... some people have probably forgotten about them by now. I mean, I know I didn't, but I'm just saying,
yeah.
Like, with that type of inconsistency, a new group that does like one thing, people are gonna be like, oh, yeah, I forgot about them.
It's like YG started getting too many artists, and he just like can't even manage. I don't want to see 21 to be one of those groups that just fizzles out. What happened with Kara is so extremely sad, because when we first got into K-pop, Kara was the bee's knee. They were a part of that second generation group of idols that was just so popular. Them just as a Japanese group and what they did over there was just like what I'm sure every company wishes their group would go over and be able to do in Japan. And then they just like lost members, and they like did a series and they tried to add someone, and it worked, but they just fizzled out, and it was sad to see them not end on like a positive high note, because I feel like when they ended, by this time there were so many new K-pop fans that like a lot of people didn't know who Kara was, and they're like, oh, Kara disbanded? Oh, well, it doesn't matter because we have this. And I'm like, no, it's like Kara.
It's Kara. You don't know.
You don't get it. And I don't want to see 21 fizzle out and just like kind of just like die. When it comes to YG and female artists or female groups, like what is happening?
Lee High just came back. Act On Musician, okay, that's one girl, but it's still a duo. And it's a niche type of music. Like, they're very niche to me. Like, their music's very soft and slow and stuff like that. At this point, I mean, 2NE1's gonna come back, but that's the only girl group, like, that you don't have another girl group.
I feel like SM is just now, like, doing the whole, you get a solo, you get a solo, you get a solo. But I feel like YG was always very good with starting their artists and then branding them solos, like, instantly. YG was always so good at that, and that was, like, a part of why they were so popular. When we first got into K-pop, and, like, YG pretty much only had two big solid groups, Big Bang and 21, but you could literally market them any kind of way you wanted to. Oh, well, Big Bang can't do this right now, so we're gonna give you GD, or oh, we're gonna give you GD and TOP, or oh, we're gonna throw out this bomb solo. If you think that you haven't seen 21 in a while, well, you're gonna see a commercial and Dara's gonna be on it. You're gonna flip through your magazine and you're gonna see Dara. IG was so good at it. It was their thing. And then Minzy didn't even get to be a part of it when she is just
literally everyone else.
Oh my god, that's the thing that kills me.
Everyone else.
She's so deserving because she's so talented
and hardworking, and you can just...
Her solo would have, if it was under YG, it just would have been out of this world.
Minzy has something else.
Minzy was truly born to like do this and be a star. Like, why else would you be given that dancing talent? Why else would you be given that singing talent, and then just to be discovered at such a young age and put in the work and be a part of a group that's so successful and a company that's so successful, and you give up your youth? You don't get 11 years from like 9 to 22. That's
key time. Like, that's
like key prime time.
Yeah.
In your life. Like, your younger years.
But at the same time, when people like leave groups or don't sign the contract, they are doing what's best for them. And I know in her heart that she knows, like, this is what she needed to do, was to not re-sign her contract and go somewhere that can develop her the way she deserves and needs to be developed as an artist. Maybe she is the Jay Park of her group, and this is what it's gonna take. Maybe ain't no drama go down. Maybe it will blow up. Who knows?
Whatever.
But she is the Jay Park of 2NE1, and she is just gonna break off on her own and do her thing.
CL's been working on her US debut. Don't even know what's going on with that. You won't catch Dara with no job. Dara's always. You won't catch Dara with no job.
You're gonna catch Dara not doing nothing.
Okay, Dara will be up in here doing makeup with Shiny before you know it again. Like, you don't even know what Dara will be doing. Bomb has been, I guess, just, like, she's just been in hiding and trying to, like, wait for her moment again, too. And then it's just sad that during these 2 years, Minzy has been waiting for something to happen, because if 2NE1 is not doing anything, Minzy's not doing anything, and that's the saddest part of all this. So a lot has happened, a lot has gone on, and I'm sure as time goes on, a lot more will come out, or maybe this is just it, and we'll see 2NE1 again
in the summer, meaning September.
Exactly. And that's another thing. Like, YG, you're saying that 2NE1's gonna come back in the summer, but your track record shows that your time clock ain't always right. We wish Minzy the best. We wish 2NE1 the best. Oh, this whole thing is just like, just a big fat case of unfortunate events.
Yeah.
And it just couldn't be stopped. Like, you could kind of see it happening, but you just couldn't stop it. In the comment section, everyone, just let us know your thoughts and feelings, and it's just a lot. And we'll see you guys later.
Bye.